welcome to season 6. My name is Lisa.
My name is Kent, and we're living light RV.
We are grabbing life by the tail and living in the moment. We sold all of our stuff.
We got a motorhome, we hit the road, we renovated it for 2 weeks, then hit the road and saw amazing things, but also met amazing people.
Yeah, so we've been living full time in our vintage motorhome and sharing our story, sharing our tale. We do spell tale T-A-L-E because it's all about the story. It's all about living life and then having those stories to share around the campfires.
So stick around every Thursday. That's when we release.
Yeah, you guys take care. Go live life in the moment. Hey guys, thanks for joining us today. We have had an incredible week and we can't wait to share it with you.
It started off in Lake Country. We had basically resort living. We have friends that live on the lakes where people go for the summer to hang out, to enjoy the sunshine. And spring was already in full on
bloom.
And bloom, definitely bloom. It felt great.
It was so nice to just hang out with some really good friends and spend some time on the edge of the water.
Yeah.
And it's still too cold to get in the water, but it was just a beautiful, beautiful time. We had some gorgeous scenery. Of course, we're going to share that with you.
Yeah.
And it was just an incredible, incredible week.
And then we moved on from there and stopped at the provincial campground to do a dump station. And somebody walked up and said, "Hey, I've seen you on YouTube."
Gordy, right?
Rock.
Yeah,
Gordy Rock.
That was awesome. It was so good to meet
you.
And you guys, here's a good tip. If you are out boondocking a whole bunch, you need to have a place to dump your tanks.
Yeah.
Provincial or probably state campgrounds are a good place to pop in and see if they have dump stations, which most of them do. So
and
that works well.
Lots of small towns or medium-sized towns may have a dump station also.
Yeah, you know what? If you're a Canadian Tire almost always has a dump station.
That's true.
So put that in your back pocket for when you're out there.
That's right, and do your research and you'll find them.
Totally.
Excellent. So then we moved on from there and we stopped in a few different places, but one that was incredible was Donald, BC.
Oh, it's just outside of Golden. It's a few kilometers west of Golden, BC.
Yeah.
It is kind of a logging road to get up there. It's a gorgeous place, but I'll tell you, on our way up there, the GPS was telling us to go kind of a sketch direction. We're like, this doesn't feel right. Alrighty, we're freaking out a little bit because I found a place for us to camp tonight, but it's up a forestry road.
Did you say up?
And lots of these roads that we've looked at as we're going down the highway are still covered in snow, or they're really muddy. So it's all about the adventure. Let's go find out what it looks like. Okay, we've got 3.1 miles.
Well,
of course, we're taking you with us.
Turn left onto Donald Road.
Oh, this is gorgeous. I get excited going boondocking. I love it. You're gonna go straight here and then a little bit to the right. Road closed to
Continue on Boondocking Road for 3/4 of a mile.
That's a big log.
Uh-oh. I think we're toast. I don't think we're gonna be able to do anything because of that log. Trees down.
No, that's not a tree.
What? It's an actual, like, don't go down here road.
It's a blocked off, no trespassing
Interesting.
type of situation.
Just camp here. Turn around.
But where's that road come from? Like, we just went off
Yeah,
the
we
wrong
could have.
road.
No, we could have gone up that road. It was an alternate route.
Yeah, we need the alternate route.
You guys, did you see that? Look at that big log across the road. The way that Google was telling me to go to this campsite was along this road, but there was an alternate route which comes out that way. So we're just gonna back up, find a place to turn around, and then try and access it that way. Interesting.
Very interesting.
And we'll also update freecampsites.net as well as Campendium on this site because I think people need to know that. So
All of a sudden, there was very, very placed a log across the road, as in do not go any farther. And we're like, oh, This isn't going to
Okay,
work.
So that's where the Google Maps told us to go.
Yeah.
So we had to back the rig all the way up this road, and then
That's right, because we weren't towing at this moment.
no, thankfully we weren't.
So
yeah,
that was
that's
made it
right.
easier.
Yeah, because a friend borrowed our car. The car is fine. Someone just borrowed it. Anyway, so we had to find an alternate route,
Yeah.
and we did, and we went around that area, and it was all legit, and we went to proper dispersed camping.
Yep.
And it was an incredible time we were there. But as we were camping there, we were thinking about stuff, and we were like, sometimes even in life you need to find an alternate route.
Yeah. Sometimes it just takes that little bit more effort.
Yeah, exactly. So if you are in a situation right now where you're thinking, I want to go full-time RVing, but there's so many travel restrictions and I'm just not sure. Maybe you have other hurdles to overcome, like downsizing, I know is a big hurdle for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's dealing with family or friends. Sometimes it can feel like a roadblock, like that tree is just blocking your way and you just can't get through anymore. But we would encourage you to find that alternate route. And maybe that means, we always want to encourage people to stay within the laws of the land and respect the authorities.
Yeah, absolutely. So we do.
So we're not saying that, we're just saying,
See, we know that when you go and help somebody, in current restrictions, that's fine.
Yeah, working. So right now in the area that we are in Canada, in Western Canada, there are some travel restrictions that are stopping people from getting place to place. But there are exemptions to that, and legitimate exemptions, like working or volunteering or helping someone.
Convalescence.
Yeah, if you're helping someone who's not well. So if those are your situations and you can use that as part of your essential travel, then go ahead and do that. And that is one thing that Kent and I are that's part of why we are able to travel. I know we've had questions of people saying, how can you travel during the restrictions? And that is why we do have essential travel reasons.
In October, we traveled down to Texas by flight, and then we drove back because we needed to. There was a deadline for us to accomplish something. You can check that out.
Yeah, we'll put the link to that video up here as well as in the description below.
That was a wonderful little packed trip that had so much in it. Go ahead and check that out.
But again,
it was awesome.
That was an alternate route because our original plan was to take the motorhome down there and hang out with our friends and camp down there all winter. But obviously that didn't happen.
We had to have a quarantine at the end of it and when we got into Canada. Yeah, we did that.
So we came up with a different plan. So that's what we want to encourage you with today is if you're feeling roadblocked, just go ahead and make that detour. Just find out where that detour is and just make that happen. Okay, go a little further and stop. All right, guys. Once again, we find ourselves in an incredible boondocking location. This is gorgeous. This life has its struggles. This life has stresses, but if you're willing to get a little bit outside your comfort zone, you get rewarded with amazing views like this. Let me show you where we're parked. I don't think it gets much better than this. This is amazing. So we get to sit here. We saw 2 huge deer on the way here, so who knows, we might see deer walking through the campground or moose, or we might just sit here and enjoy the sound of the river all night. Amazing.
All right, so I really like playing, and so that was fun. I took a big rock. It had a quartz vein right through it in a few places.
Wow.
So it split so easily and nicely and beautifully. Wow. Here it is. There you go. That's what's inside these rocks. Pretty crazy. Never before seen by human.
Wow. That's fantastic. When we were down at that campground at Donald, Kent had found a huge rock Well, it wasn't huge, but like big. It's
Let's
a
say
big
that's
solid
big.
rock. And
There was thousands and thousands of rocks down there that were like basically made up with about 80% quartz.
oh, they're beautiful.
It
They're all
was amazing.
sparkly and pretty. And
Oh.
but you look at a rock, okay, and you think, all right, this is just a rock. You can't change it. It's a rock. It's a solid rock. There's no manipulating it. There's no changing here.
Can't go around it.
Can't go
Can't
around.
go
Yeah,
through
you
it.
can't. But Kent picked it up and he smashed it on the beach and it broke apart, and all of a sudden it's a completely different situation.
Oh.
You look inside, there's all these colors and veins and sparkles, and
Yeah.
so what seems like a solid rock in your life,
Yes.
if it's in the way and you need to change it, you need to change your situation, smash the rock, you guys. Just go out there and do whatever it takes to get your life, to live to the fullest.
Smash the rock. I like
So we'll
that.
smash the rock, find an alternate route. Anyway, that's our philosophizing for today. But I hope you guys enjoy the footage, the scenery, our journey. Thank you so much for joining us. Now what? Do we let him cross?
Yep.
I want him to come at us.
There he goes.
There you go, buddy. Put your hazards on.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm scared to go past him because he's gonna attack us.
Pretty cool. Oh my gosh. Watch it to me.
There he goes. Good. Whoa, careful, guys. He's beautiful. We did see a grizzly bear.
Yeah.
And oh, she was beautiful. But there is a rule that says you're not supposed to stop for bears because it creates what they call a bear jam, where all the traffic stops up and then it interferes with nature. The reason we stopped for this particular bear is, first of all, somebody was stopped in front of us. So
Yep.
we had to stop anyway. And she looked like she was going to charge the vehicle, and we did not want to cause a problem for her.
And we wanted
as
to
well
give her
as for
space.
Bessie. We did want to give her
Yep.
space. So that's why we stopped. But you guys, be really careful when you see wildlife out there and you're traveling through Canada, and you will, because
Yeah.
it's awesome. Just really be careful about your surroundings. Protect the wildlife, protect the other vehicles around you. Just be super careful.
When it comes to wildlife like that, do not feed the wildlife,
Ever.
the bears, anything like that.
No.
Because a fed bear is a dead bear.
It's true.
And the reason is because it returns multiple times to
Yeah.
that same spot until it dies.
Yeah, exactly. So just respect
Yeah.
the wildlife, but man, it's beautiful, and we're so glad we got some footage of her so we can show her to you.